Let me show you guys a quick case study on how we generated over $211,000 in the last 5 months with this hybrid dropshipping store, and it has 3 winning products. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jandy Cerezo. I'm an 8-figure e-commerce owner. I test, scale, brand, and create a sellable hybrid dropshipping stores. Now in this case study, we're not going to be showing the products yet or the store, but you guys are going to learn a lot of things that we're doing differently that no gurus are talking about. Let's get started. So here, as you guys can see, we are going to be refreshing this store. Okay, 11th of November, so pretty much the last 5 months. And you can see here that we have generated over $211,000. We made about $74,000 during the first month, and at this point we were only selling one product, and this is actually in just USA. We have found a supplier in the USA, so we're shipping products from 2 to 5 days to the customer, and we scaled this to $75,000. As you see, we're scaling down a little bit because the stock, we're running out of stock. And as you know, you will need capital to stay in this kind of growth. So what we started doing at this point is that we started testing different products about 2 months, from January to February. You can see it's a bit low during this time, but we're just testing the waters here until we found 2 other winning products. First thing, we finally got stock around March. It takes about 2 to 3 months to get like bulk stock. We're still shipping in the USA, and the other 2 winning products is actually still shipping from China. Another note here, the golden winning product from this store is a bit heavier product. That's why we do have to stock it in the USA. And the best thing about this is that you actually don't have to compete with other dropshippers, because other dropshippers are testing products in China, and typically they're a bit lighter products, because with the heavier products, obviously it's going to cost a lot more shipping from China. So this is a big key takeaway. If you guys want to start with hybrid dropshipping store, is to test with heavier products first and try find suppliers in the USA. Now, after 7 years of dropshipping and generating over $20 million in revenue, I know for a fact that you are scaling a new winning product to this much, you will experience lots of issues like refunds, returns, due to not having the right foundations in place. Suppliers need to be prepared well in advance to support this much in scale. Now, if you see like the gurus scaling to, I don't know, $100,000 or $500,000 in 2 months, most of the time they will get a lot of returns because they have not set the foundations yet. Because typically what they do is, okay, they find the product, they test the product and it's working really well. They would test it, they would just keep doubling the budget. But what they don't know is that the supplier doesn't actually have the stock, so they have to get the stock from the manufacturer. That's gonna add about 10 days. Your first week of scaling this product is just gonna be hell, because you're gonna be getting a lot of refunds and late shipments and all of that stuff, and we don't want that. That's why I'm here to teach you guys the hybrid dropshipping store way, is because first of all, you can scale a product sustainably across 1 whole year, instead of like scaling a product for 3 months and then dying off. Because first of all, you have the foundation right, you have the customer service in place, you have the shipping in place as well. Fast shipping is what you want, and you'll be able to create a sellable and brandable store. There's a couple of common misconceptions in the dropshipping industry. The first one being is that there's no such thing as long-term dropshipping. Now that's completely false. Most gurus out there, they will scale a product and it will die out, like I said before. Then you have to find, test, and repeat the never-ending process. In the end, they lose so much money from testing, and it's just not sustainable. With the hybrid dropshipping store, you can actually scale a product up to 2 years, 3 years, and you can actually exit it as well. The second common misconception is that doing a lot of interest targeting, and we don't really want that, because I will be explaining this later on the marketing side of things. But essentially, you want to be broad now when advertising, because you want to get as much data as possible, and then you're going to be optimizing your ads and landing page from the data that you get. Moving on, what is this hybrid dropshipping store? If you guys haven't seen my past videos, I talk about hybrid dropshipping stores, which is essentially being in multiple markets and being in multiple channels as well, social media, advertising platforms, Amazon, eBay, all of that stuff. You want to be seen everywhere. And the power of this is that you're going to be capturing the sales pretty much from all of the channels. And this is what they call omni-channel. What you guys don't realize, if you're just selling on Shopify and just selling on Facebook, for example, 70% of your sales are leaking over to different platforms such as eBay and Amazon, and that's a lot of money. This particular store that we have in here, which is in the health and wellness niche, and currently we have one golden winning product in here, which is a product that you can scale up to 5, even 6 figures per day. We also have 2 other winning products that we are still optimizing, turning it into golden winning product. It's a winner because it's still profiting us on a weekly basis. It's just at a lower scale. Hence, we're still setting up the foundation. There's 2 products. We are starting and planning to introduce our products to different channels like Amazon's and TikTok Shop, which is what makes it hybrid dropshipping store. We do have stock in the USA from our supplier. So you guys can actually find suppliers in the USA or your local country, which makes a big difference into creating a long-term branded dropshipping store. You can't just scale a product from China or AliExpress and expect it to be long-term, because you're going to get a lot of refunds and complaints from your customers, long shipping times, and bad quality product. Now, moving on, how we actually found the product. So far from this store, we have tested about 8 products in total, and 3 are working. So that's almost 50% chance success rate pretty much of finding a winning product. We are not mass testing like what other gurus are telling you. We do quality research before we do our tests. The main product research for this particular store is actually free. So for example, we see an ad that is working really well on our feed that is about under 500 likes. Then we're going to do some intensive research on it. So first, we're going to research about the marketing example. For example, snoring angle, right? We're going to be going on Amazon and finding different variants of that winning product as well on Amazon. And we want to read the reviews as well. We want to make sure that the product on Amazon, but we're going to be finding different variants for it, which means you are not going to be competing with this current winner that is being scaled. That is creating your own winning product, right? We like higher quality products, and to find higher quality products, this is actually the most crucial thing for long-term hybrid dropshipping, which is on Amazon, we want at least 500 plus reviews at 4.2 out of 5 rating. That is the key takeaway. Now, when you're doing your marketing angle research, for example, in the snoring space, you have to dig deeper. You have to find that one specific angle. For example, in the snoring space, you can use sleep apnea, which is also a huge pain point. You'll be able to cater it to your ads and your landing page as well. Let me explain that to you guys. We have a systemized product testing method. Again, we do our intensive research on competitors and ads. We make sure that we understand their angles, and then we can apply it on our landing page and ads as well. We create the landing page via gem pages, mainly focusing on mobile and top of the fold. If you don't know what top of the fold means, it just means like when they land on your page, for example, after they click on your ad, that is the first thing they're going to see. We want to put all of the benefits in there and all of the things that they want to see so that they're more enticed to scroll down on our page. Now, 70% of our copy will be at the top of the fold. Now, I'll give you guys an example. All of the emotions relating to snoring, you can actually use ChatGPT for these. For example, fix the snoring or the sleep apnea angle. You want to put those at the top of the fold. Very, very crucial. And then the next step is going to be easier because it's just a waterfall now. It's going to fall in place. You have done your intensive research. You found your main angle. You can apply this on your ads now. We like to do VSLs and advertorials. VSLs is pretty much 3-minute or longer videos. And we get our copywriters to write out the script for us. And also the advertorials as well. If you don't know what advertorials is, it's pretty much like a informational landing page. And then we can have a call to action button that leads to our product page as well. This takes us about 3 to 4 days before we can test a product. But again, our win rate is about 40 to 50% so far with this kind of format, which is a lot higher than your typical gurus who's probably testing about 30 products before they find a decent winner. Based on our research, you can quickly identify the demographics as well, whether if it's a female, male, or if you're just targeting seniors like 50 years old and up. This will determine your targeting on Facebook. With marketing, we mainly tested on Facebook for this particular store because we're doing VSLs, and we use a simple campaign setup. It's just ABO, $40 each, 3 ad sets, 1 broad, 1 stacked interest, and one big interest. This is what I mean by going broad. Okay. When finding the interest, make sure it relates to your product. Now for the ads, we test 3 hooks and 1 same script. So the first 10 to 30 seconds and then 2 minutes to 30 seconds of the whole video will be the same script. Right now, we are setting up the foundations. We have a creative system in place where we test 20 VSLs per week, test different advertorials as well, and slowly scaling to other countries. Reason why we are not scaling really quickly is because we are making sure that we are ready to turn this into a long-term brand in the future or hybrid dropshipping store. The advantage of this is that we'll be able to test fast, and we're always going to be saving a lot of money because you're not randomly buying stocks to test a product just because you have a brand. Now for the future plan for this particular store, we want to scale this to 5 million by the end of the year. And probably 3 million is going to come from Q4 alone. So what that means is the first 3 quarters, we are just testing different VSLs, advertorials, products. And we want to make sure we set the right foundation. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to go live before Q4 on Amazon and TikTok Shop and eBay as well. Warming up our Shopify, PayPal, and increasing our capital for Q4. In the next 2 years, we plan to sell this to 8 figures. And this is why we stopped doing the old methods, because we want to treat this as a brand. And not just a brand, but a sellable brand, which you can exit in the future. So what that means is that we are setting up the foundation, increasing the equity, and sell for 8 figures in the next couple of years. This is where dropshippers don't realize where most of your profits and money will be coming from is through the exit. This is where the real profit is. Now, I hope you guys learned a thing or two from this video. And if you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up. Make sure to join our Discord group, which is in the link below. Now, actually, I'm opening up a one-on-one mentorship, which you can access on Discord as well. I am going to be vetting people in here. I can't just accept everyone, unfortunately. For example, you need to be doing at least $20,000 per month. And if you're doing that much and you want to potentially work with me and generate over $100,000 to $200,000 in the next 2 months, then make sure to message me on Discord and let's chat. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you guys soon.